culturas. ¿Quién soy yo? Soy una persona que me gusta estudiar, soy administradora de punto de venta.
Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Yes, sir. It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. You know, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, all the guys that have kids, that are raising kids, and all that good stuff, man. You know, salute to y'all.
Baby.
Salute to all the fathers, man. Doing what you do. You know, I know a lot of times, a lot of the mainstream media, along with the women, try to make it seem like Father's Day is Mother's Day. They're trying to make, yep, trying to make Father's Day Mother's Day. And then you got some old crazy women will say, "Well, I'm the daddy and the mama," which sounds like an idiot. Any woman that says something like that, you sound like a moron. When you say, "Hey, I'm the mother and the father," you sound like a moron when you say something like that. You know, it's impossible. There's no way, no how that doesn't even make sense. But you know, I know we live in a day and time where what works doesn't really matter. It's what people feel like doing is what matters most than anything. You know, I thought you know, I'm the type of guy that, you know, I like to do what I like to focus on what works. You know, but obviously a lot of people don't see it that way. And that's okay. You know, different stroke for different folks, I guess, you know. We all have to live our life in our own terms. And you know, I understand that, you know, but hey, you know, I'm not in charge of living anyone else's life, just like they're not in charge of living my life. So it is what it is. So hey, smash the like button and share the video. You know, and I'm gonna talk about what I wanted to talk about on this Sunday afternoon, which happens to be Father's Day. You did. So, you know, I didn't expect a lot of people to come on. I think a lot of people are probably still out and about, especially if they live out on the West Coast. You know. So I think a lot of times, you know, a lot of people a lot of guys mainly, they want to live better. They want things to be better. They want to have a better experience with women and all that good stuff. But a lot of times we want to put the cart before the horse. We don't really want to get better as a person, get better as a man, or even get better as a woman. A lot of times we want to kind of like, we're looking for shortcuts. And you have to realize wherever you travel to or wherever you decide to move to, if that's what you want, if that's what you're looking for, wherever you go, that's who you are. That's where you at. So if you're having problems here in America, just socially speaking, with people or with women, or maybe you're a woman having a problem with men. If you're having problems over here and you don't resolve those problems before you go elsewhere, eventually some of those problems are going to show up, regardless if you're in a new location or not, regardless if you're in a different culture or not. Because wherever you go at, that's who you are. You are who you are. You're a product of your environment. You're a product of your parents. So just because, you move somewhere and you don't take care of your issues that you might have, it's gonna reveal itself at some point. And the woman that you might meet, that you're gonna be around in another culture, she's gonna be trying to figure out what the hell's going on with you. She's gonna be lost. She's gonna be confused. She's gonna be like, well, what's going on? What's the problem? I mean, we can work it out. What's the problem? What's wrong? She's gonna be confused, because she might never met a guy like you before. That kind of, maybe you flipped out on her. Maybe you flipped out on her, and then she might never had a guy that flipped out on her before. And maybe you flipped out on her and she don't know why you flipped out on her. She was doing everything that she thought she was supposed to do as a woman. But for whatever reason, in her mind, she might have missed something, or she might have did something you didn't like. This is going to be her way of thinking. She could be wrong. She could be right as well. Maybe you're a socially awkward type of guy. Maybe you're the type of guy that when you get upset, or maybe you get offended easily, but you won't say anything about it. You'll just hold it all in and let it build up, and you will explode after a couple days or a couple weeks, couple months. And she probably ain't used to that. Or maybe you're the type of guy that don't like physical touch. You're not touchy-feely. you're the type that you grew up in a household where your parents, y'all didn't give hugs. Y'all didn't say, hey, I hope you have a nice day at school. Maybe your parents didn't tell you that when you left the house. Maybe your mom didn't say, hey, I love you, son, or I love you, honey, or whatever. Maybe your dad never told you how much he was proud of you when you were growing up. But this woman, she's from a family where they're hugging and kissing all the time on the cheek. So it's only logical when she gets with a guy, she's going to model what she saw when she was growing up, because that's how her family is. That's how she was raised. She came from a family where they hug all the time. If they haven't seen you in a while, they're giving you a hug, and that's how she is. But you're not used to that. You have to get used to that. If a woman hugs you too many times or wants to kiss you on the cheek too many times, or God forbid, she wants to kiss you in the mouth every day, oh boy, you got to get used to that. Like you didn't grow up like that. You probably didn't have you probably never met a woman in America, in North America, that was like that when you were growing up. You probably never had a woman that showed you and told you how much she appreciated you for just being you. You probably never had a woman tell you how lucky she is to be with you. You probably never had a woman that tell you something like that. That would blow your damn mind. You would probably be thinking, she running the game on me, man. I can't believe this shit. Because you've been beat down so badly, you probably be thinking she's being dishonest or disingenuous. But that's just who she is. She don't know how else to be but to be who she is. So a lot of times, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of guys, when they start traveling or meeting women from other cultures, they got so much damn baggage. Shit, they might sabotage a relationship them damn selves. So you went all the way over to Colombia, Brazil, Peru, Japan, Australia. You went all the way over there to another country to sabotage a relationship with a woman. After all that stress and complaining you've been doing in North America, you went all the way over there and you took that same Americanized attitude along with you because you never dealt with it before you left. And like I say, wherever you go, that's who you are. That's who you are wherever you go. See, most people want to put the cart before the horse. It don't work that way. I mean, wherever I go, I don't change very much of anything. I still talk the same. I talk that talk here in America. I talk that talk in Japan. I talk that talk in Mexico. I talk that talk everywhere I go. I don't change how I interact and speak with women. I don't change anything, you know. I'm not gonna be doing no goofy shit either, like a lot of these guys do. I'm not putting on no damn traditional clothing and none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I've seen these goofy guys on the internet. I'm not doing none of that. I'm sorry. I'm not conforming. You know, there's some things I'm just not doing. And that doesn't make me wrong. You know, some people might feel offended about that. And that's okay. I ran into those women that wanted me to like wear like some traditional I don't even know what it's called in China and Japan. I don't even know what it's called. And in Mexico, I don't even remember what they call it, but they wanted me to basically do what they did. I'm like, you don't even do it. You're just doing it for now. You know? And how you expect me to do something you don't do until now? Come on. You know? I don't respect that. So when I go to the other places, when I'm traveling, going to these other places, I'm still me. You know, I try not to do anything to offend anybody. I give you an example. Something that I do here in America that I don't do anywhere else. I don't throw up the peace sign when I go anywhere else outside of North America. Because the peace sign means something different in a lot of these other countries. So I don't throw up the peace sign at all. I don't, another thing I don't do is I don't, that's another thing I don't do. That, oh yeah, I know what it is. I try to stay away from the tourist areas when I go to other places. You know, I don't really, I want to meet the locals when I go places. Because when you meet the locals, that's when you really find out what's really going on around there. You know, and I don't wear short pants, very much either, unless I'm near a beachfront. That's the only way I wear short pants. If I'm near a beachfront, if I'm inland, I'm not wearing shorts. That's just me. You know, that's just me. You know, some people say it's hot as shit out here. I'm putting on short pants, but I don't do that unless I'm by a beachfront. That's the only way. You know, that's the only way. But I still talk the way I talk, even if they speak another language. You know, and that's another thing that I'm at a disadvantage because see, I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak any other language except for English, basically. Now I understand a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of Japanese, but for the most part, I've had translators or whatever that this, you know, say things what I would tell them to say, tell this person what I want to say or whatever. The only problem with that is they can't say it the way I would say it in Spanish or in Japanese. That's the only problem. So that I look at that as a form. That's a weakness. That's not something, you know, because how I would speak in English is the same way I would say it in Spanish. As far as putting emotion in the words and the phrases and with the charm and the charisma. I can't do that in Spanish because I can't speak fluent. So So that's a weakness. I can't use that to my advantage. You know? So I don't like that. And I don't like having a translator. I don't like using a damn cell phone. You know, I mean, it's some silly shit. You pulling out your cell phone for Google Translate. Oh, come on, man. You know, it might be okay for a couple days or whatever. But after a while, it kind of get like, I'm like, come on, man. You know, even Google Translate is not that. It's all right, but it ain't. I've been told that it ain't accurate. You know, it is, you know, kind of corporate speak. This is what I've been told. I'm not sure, you know, but, you know. So, you know, well, that's me. Yeah, that's me, you know. But I don't change anything, you know, as far as who I am. You know, besides the short pants, I dress the same. You know, I sometimes I dress casual. Sometimes I wear jeans, polo shirt. I tend not to go anywhere cold. I haven't been anywhere cold since Japan when I was stationed there. But since I got out the Navy, every vacation I've been or every place that I've been, it's been warm. I don't go to any cold places, any cold countries, because I don't like the cold weather. So, you know, I dress casual or jeans, sneakers. I'll take a pair of shoes just in case. You know, I got my cologne, you know, the same old shit that I would wear or have on in North America. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I might have a cap on every once in a while, you know, just for a change up, really. Now, you might have seen me wear a couple caps on since you've been watching me do podcasts or do interview people. I'll wear a cap from time to time, whatever. But the cap is something new. I just started wearing caps like 6 months ago. Before that, I haven't worn a cap, a ball cap, baseball cap, in like 30 years. I don't wear I'm not a hat guy at all. You know, I like to show my hair. You know, I like to show my fro or whatever. And I think a lot of that has to do because I used to have long hair when I was younger. You know, believe it or not, I used to have braids and with a perm when I was younger. Believe it or not, I know that might be hard for some people to believe, but I used to have braids with a perm. And I had that for like 7 years. After I got out the military. Yeah, I had it for like seven. Well, I actually had it twice. I had it before I went in the military. While I was in high school, I had braids. And when I got out, I got a perm with braids. So yeah, you know, but I kind of got tired of it because there's a lot of maintenance. But one thing when I had braids and a perm, a lot of that shit, women they love me with my long hair, man. Like for real. I mean, I'm not tilting my horn here. When I had long hair, I was getting different looks. Like for real, for real. I was getting some different looks from women. You know, the only problem the only thing I dislike with braids is being that my hair was so soft, I had to get it rebraided like every 2 weeks. And I had problems with women finding women to braid some, like a steady person to braid my hair, because I was moving around a lot. I was traveling a lot. And the one girl that I had braid my hair consistently, she had a boyfriend at the time, and the boyfriend was kind of insecure or whatever. He thought that maybe there was something going on between us, which nothing was ever going on, because I just didn't. I didn't make no. I never wanted to get at her like that, because I knew it, you know, if something was to go down, she probably would never fix my hair no more. See, I didn't want to jeopardize the relationship with my hair. That's really the truth, man. So, you know, and plus her boyfriend was already looking at me funny style already. So I said, yo, man, I'm cool. Much respect, brother. I just want to get my hair fixed, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've known her since high school, whatever. It's all good. you know, it's like, I mean, I was always the guy that everybody thought I was smashing everything. I was always that type of guy. I don't know why people, men and women, always thought that I was smashing everything. You know, it's like, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm around women all the time, but that doesn't mean I'm smashing everything, yo. You need to relax. I was always that guy that they'd be like, oh, come on, man. She looked too good. And, you know, that's that type of talk, you know? I'm like, bro, you can't have them all. You know what I'm saying? You got to save some for somebody else sometime, you know? But lo and behold, a lot of those women that I was friends with, they used to hook me up with other women. That's what a lot of guys didn't realize. Because those women that I was friends with, they used to introduce me to some of their friends. So that used to work out well for me. Exactly. So, you know, I'm like, and plus, you know, I've always been a type of guy that would finesse a lot of women, you know, but I wouldn't sleep with all them damn women, though. I would never do it. I would play along with them just to see how far I could go, but I wouldn't lay down with all them damn women. I was always that type of guy. Now, some people would say, well, you shouldn't play around with a woman's emotions like that. And I'll take that. I get that. I'll take that. I'll take that one on the chin. You know, I agree with that. But, you know, I was just the type of guy that, you know, I would say stuff or see how far I could go with this woman and that woman and all that. And I did this overseas, other countries. You know, I done this. I don't change anything. I don't change who I am. Even still to this day, I don't change anything. I mean, if I go to the grocery store, if I see a woman that I think's attractive, I probably would just say something just for the hell of it. And I ain't looking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like lately, I was I recently I took a job recently, right? So at the building, there's a lot of small businesses there or whatever, and there's mostly women at this business building, these suites, right? All kind of businesses there. You name it, you know. So, you know, there's some young women, some middle-aged women, you know. So, you know, if I see a woman and I think's attractive or whatever, you know, I might say, hey, I might just say something, you know, just for the hell of it. Because that's just who I am. You know? That's just who I am, man. And I've been this way since I was like, what? I don't know, 21, I would say. Since I was 20, 21. You know, if a woman comes in my zone, I would at least speak to her, say hello, at least bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's lunchtime, that's when most people are going to get their lunch or whatever. And I know they have an hour, right? So I probably ain't going to try to get at her or engage in a conversation because I know she's on her lunch. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But if we're walking down the same hallway or in the same direction, oh yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm getting at her. If if she's attractive, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how I am. And you know, I look at it as long as we speak the same language. If she can speak English, hey, why not? You know, if she got time to talk, if I get her attention anyway, you know, and I can tell if I have her attention, that she'll stop. And they usually turn their whole body towards you. If a woman turns her whole body towards you, once you get her attention, that's when you know you have her full undivided attention. Now, if she's kind of like turn her head or whatever, or she turn her body like to the side towards you, yeah, you know, she ain't really feeling a brother like that. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't really got her attention like that. Now you can, depends on the words that come out of your mouth, but you know, she's probably in a hurry, or like I said, man, you know, she's probably on a time limit. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? She might be on lunch. Who knows, man? You know, you just never know. That's why sometimes you got to talk fast. You got to speak fast. You got to get at her fast. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in a business environment, a job environment. You don't necessarily have to be inside the building. Like, oh, y'all don't necessarily have to be at the same job, but you can be in the same building and maybe you see her in passing or something like that every day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to spit fast. You know, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like if you're in the airport, for example. The airport is a good place to spit. You know, and you know, people have connecting flights. Some people have, I don't know, an hour to wait, 2 hours to wait, 4 or 5 hours to wait, whatever, right? So if they got a couple hours to blow, well, that's good for you. You have time to spit. You know, I remember one time I went to I was at the airport in Atlanta, and there was a girl at the Fridays in Atlanta, and I had a connecting flight. No, I had an actually connecting flight. I was waiting on my flight to go to LA at the time. And we was at Fridays for like an hour and a half. So I had an hour and a half to talk. And I had like what? I had like 2 hours, and she had like an hour and a half, so she left before I did. You know, so I say all that to say this: wherever you go, that's who you are. You don't really have to change much of anything. You know, if you know how to get a woman's attention here in America, if you know how to talk to a woman here in America, in North America, you can do the same thing in South America. Now, let's just be clear. If you know how to speak the language, then that's going to open you up to understanding the culture, her culture, But if you just talking to a woman and you might be struggling communicating with her because she don't speak English and you don't speak Portuguese, the next best thing for you to do is pay attention to her body language. That's the next best thing for you to do if you don't speak her language. Pay attention to her body language. See, the body never lies. Write that down. The body never lies. Remember that. The body never lies. See, a woman can tell you lies all day long, and you might never know. But her body language is going to tell you damn near everything you need to know. If you understand how body language work, because a woman can say one thing and her body language can be saying something else totally different. And that's how you know that, well, something ain't adding up. She said one thing, but she didn't really respond the same. So that's how you know something ain't right. You might not know exactly what's going on, but something ain't right. And that's all you need to know. So until you find out, if you find out what the hell's going on and get to the bottom of it, I would be like, I'd be looking at her funny style. That's just me. Well, you might be one of those guys, you might overlook it, or you might give her the benefit of the doubt, which, why the hell would you do that? Someone that you don't know, someone that you're trying to get to know, or you have intentions of getting to know, why would you give her the benefit of the doubt? Don't make no sense to me, Respect is earned, not given. So I don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. So, I think the best thing you as a man should do is travel. The reason why I say this, because there's some things you're never going to learn until you travel. And the experience is going to be priceless. And unfortunately, I didn't have anybody to tell me this when I was growing up, because my parents never left North America. My parents never traveled outside of America, And I would say that's probably most people's parents. That might be your parents. Maybe your parents never left North America. My family, everywhere they went, they drove, basically. I don't think my mom or dad ever got on a plane. Everywhere they went, they drove to New York, they drove to Florida, or they rode with somebody else. But they never left America. So they couldn't tell me something that they never done, which is understandable. I get it. And if you happen to have a parents that have traveled outside of North America, that's great because they can tell you something that, as a youngster, and you have a jump start on over people that's like me that didn't have parents that traveled outside of America. But what you're gonna find is there's a whole different world out there. And you're going to find that the more you travel, more you start meeting people, you're going to find that other people don't think the way we do outside of America, outside of North America. Other people don't think the way we do. Other people don't discriminate as much as we do. That's what you're going to find. Other people want the same things that we do. We want friends, family, kids. Women want to be mothers. Guys want a family, kids, a wife, etc. Right? In North America, that's starting to change. A lot of women don't really. I don't really think they care to be married as much as they used to. I don't even really think they care for kids as much as they used to. They have kids, but I don't really think they care for them as much as they used to. A lot of women are very passive when it comes to marriage in North America. In South America, in the eastern side of the world, the islands, that's not the case. People are not passive like that. People want family. Family is very important. That's what you're gonna find when you meet women from South America or out eastern side of the world. They still cherish and value friends and family. Let me tell you, they're still, and this is not a diss to anybody or any other nation or country. They're still living in the past, meaning that they still have traditional values. Like how your parents was and maybe your grandparents. I keep forgetting my parents are older. How my parents was, or your grandparents was in the 40s, 50s, and 60s and 70s, they're still like that today in a lot of these countries. They still have those same traditional values. They have the patriarchy. The man basically is the man. Those same values, same family values, that's how they live. Still to this day. And a lot of those women are conditioned to be that way. They're conditioned to be, they were raised to be wives. Not all of them, but a large percentage of them. They're raised to be wives. Families, very important to them. And another thing you probably have to get used to. These women are around their families all the time. When I say all the time, all the goddamn time. They're around. If she got a sister, she's around her sister all the time. All the time. God damn. and it's not wrong with that. Because that's just how they love family. You might have to get used to that. Because you might not be around your family all the time like that. They're around their family 2-3 times a week. 2-3 times, 4 times a week. They go to the store with their mom, go to the store with the sister, go to the store with the dad. It's like, God damn. Then they go places with you. And this is a busy woman, and then on the weekends, the whole family get together, they eat together, it's like that. See, I would say a large percentage of people in North America, we're not used to that. A lot of us, a lot of our families don't get together like that today because Big Mama is gone in most of our families. See, when Big Mama was here, we got together like that on the weekends and Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve and Christmas Day and 4th of July. We had a cookout. And when Big Mama was here, we got together like that all the time. But now, man, it's a struggle. Shit, if you don't say nothing, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Yeah, that's that. Or let me tell you another thing that happens a lot. If you got kids and a wife, and your sister and brother got a kids and a wife, everybody's separate. They do their own thing instead of everybody coming together, like it was when Big Mama was around. So in these other families, no, they don't do that. Everybody, you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 family members, groups of families get together on the weekends. Damn near, If everybody can make if everybody can make it, if you don't gotta work, show up at grandma's house or grandpa's house. That's how they do it. That's the traditional way family values. It still exists in a lot of these cultures and countries and nations, just like that. And I love it. I love it. I consider myself to be a traditional guy. Really. I'm not no modern, new age type dude. I still believe in traditional values, friends and family. I'm not that modern dude. That's not me at all. You know what I'm saying? If I prefer to be with one woman, I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to believe. But if I could go back 20 years, 25 years, I prefer to be with one woman. I don't really, I don't have to have more than one woman. If I had my choice. But situations happen, things happen. I got, I kind of got, things happen. I was being exposed to this type of lifestyle and these types of women, so, and then I wasn't, at one point, I made a lot of mistakes when I was in my 20s, and that kind of kind of set me back into a dark place. So, and I was trying to figure out things along the way and grow and get better at the same time. So, and along the way, I was meeting all kinds of different men and women that showed me and taught me how to do things and introduced me to different types of people from all walks of life or whatever, So, but if I had to do it all over again, I would definitely do some things different and made some different choices, And I told somebody the other day, if I had to do it all over again, I would have went to law school. If I had to do it all, I would have went to law school. Yeah, I definitely would have went to law school. If I knew what I knew today, back then, I would have went to law school. I'd have been an attorney, for some big firm. And then afterwards, after a couple of years, I'll probably end up starting my own firm. If I knew what I knew today back then, But I chose to go into technology. I got into computers and had a couple of jobs here and there early in the beginning, short-term jobs. And then I had to bounce from in and out, worked at the bank for a while. Then I got back into technology. And then I was doing the tech stuff part-time at one point and working full-time. And, the shit was crazy, But, I was just trying to I had to figure these things out along the way, And then there was a lot of politics that I didn't understand, dealing with a lot of these people. And then at some point, I made plans to start a family. I had to put that shit on hold or whatever, because the girl when I was in my 20s, the girl that I thought I was going to be with, I actually know in my early 30s, I was like 31 at the time. The girl I thought I was going to be with, that didn't work out. She just had too many goddamn issues, family problems or whatever. And that's another thing. When you meet a woman, I don't give a damn where she's from. You got to meet that mom. You got to meet her mom. When you meet her mom, that's going to tell you a lot about her. You meet that mom, get to know that mom as much as you can. Talk to her, even if you call her every once in a while. Say, hey, mom, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Shoot the shit with her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just watch her. Watch how the mom and daughter interaction goes down when you're around, or even if she's on the phone with her mom. Just listen. Pay attention to that. That's going to tell you a lot right there. You know what I'm saying? And see how her mom looks, just physically. See how she looks. Because these moms influence their daughters much more than you think. So once you find out enough about her mom, you're going to have to ask yourself a question. Am I willing to settle down with this woman with everything that I know about her mom and her? That's what you have to look at her mom. There's a good chance that's how she's going to look when she get her age, however old she is. So you got to, she got her mom DNA and everything. She might even look like her mom. She got her mom DNA So this is what you're gonna have to ask yourself. You're gonna have to ask yourself these questions to yourself. And if there's a no anywhere, or you're not sure, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you're gonna have, if you do it, you're gonna end up suffering. Yeah. So you gotta, I don't care. She don't even gotta speak English or speak your language. Just sit down and just pay attention to mom. And pay attention to the dad too. But the mom is critical. The mom is much more important than the dad. Now, she got daddy issues. Oh boy. That's a problem right there. She probably was neglected as a child. She missed a couple hugs. Maybe the dad wasn't really around as much. That's going to be a problem. And if that's the case, that woman going to be giving you a hard time. Because she going to get triggered and she going to be like, you ain't spending enough time with me, just like my dad. And you just like my dad. She might even come out and tell you that shit. She comparing you to her dad and all this nonsense. So that's where a lot of that stems from. If on the other side, if she's a daddy's girl, oh, that's a good thing. Oh man, that's a great thing. If she love her dad, oh my God, man, you can't. If she loves her dad, it's going to be very difficult for her to shit on you. No. It's going to be very difficult. This is based on my experience now. I've known daddy's girls. They like almost never say anything negative about a man. Almost never, ever. My ex-girlfriend, I've never heard her say anything bad about a man. Even though the guy deserved it. And she still wouldn't say anything bad about him. She was like, well, yeah, that wasn't the best decision he could have made, but hopefully he works it out. I said, damn, I tried to get her to say something bad about any guy. She wouldn't do it. I tried, man. It didn't work. I said, that's when you got a winner right there, boy. Now she might have some other issues or whatever, but that relationship with her parents is very important. It's very important, man. But if you find out she's a daddy's girl, that's a plus. Now, there's a balance, so to speak, because if the dad spoiled her, well, that ain't good. If the dad spoiled her, but what I'm talking about, if she has a good relationship with her dad, oh, that's a great thing. If she values the relationship she has with her dad, you're going to notice this very quickly. I'm talking within the first 15, 20 minutes of meeting her dad. You're going to know real quick how she feels about her dad very quickly, because more than likely, if she's a daddy's girl, she got a good relationship with her dad, and she introduced you to her dad, y'all, more than likely, y'all gonna get along. Because 9 times out of 10, you're probably more like her dad than you even know. So So that's a good thing. Now her mom probably got some issues now. You know, it usually goes. It's usually either or. There's no perfect parents out here. We don't get to pick our parents. It's usually if she's a daddy's girl, she usually has some type of issues with her mom. There's no perfect parent, father, mother relationship. That shit don't exist. Get out of that fantasy world. You know, there's some things about her mom she probably don't like, but she's a daddy's girl. Or she's a mama's girl, and there's some issues with her dad she probably don't like. So they might not necessarily have a bad relationship, but it ain't the best relationship. Maybe he was gone all the time. Maybe he had a traveling job, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, or maybe he lived down the street. Maybe her parents weren't married, but he lived down the street. He used to come over on the weekends, pick her up, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be no perfect parent relationship. That shit don't exist. Get that out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. That don't exist. You know? There's even my parents were great, but they did some shit I ain't like. If things about them that I didn't like. Then again, there were things about them that I really did like. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. You know? But the difference between me and you is you understand that, more than likely you understand just like I do, that your parents did the best they could. And they did the best they could with the position they was in, the experience they had, you know, and that's it. You know, they can only give you what they knew. So if you understand that, just like I understand that, as an adult, you'd be like, okay, I gotta let that shit go. I love my parents. I'm happy to be here. They raised me. Now I gotta learn the stuff that they couldn't teach me because they didn't know, and I gotta move forward. And if I have kids, I gotta instill these morals and values in the next generation. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know? And you have to look at this woman the same. Her parents did the best they could too. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't gonna know everything. That shit is a fucking fantasy world. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. Now, I do believe that a woman has to be raised, or she should be a certain type of way. She should have wifey qualities. She should be, you know, that doesn't mean she's gonna know everything or know how to do everything or understand everything. But she's gonna have wifey qualities. She's gonna have motherly characteristics. She's gonna be loving, nurturing, all that good stuff, supportive, all that good stuff. But everything is a work in progress, because when you bring two people together, you have to learn each other, you know, and all that good stuff. So it's a process. So you have to understand that. And it doesn't happen overnight. It might not happen within 2 years. It might take 5 years, 7 years before y'all really get on the same page and really bond, you know? It's a process. And there's no shortcuts to that process either, you know? And that's just life. That's how it is. You know? Is it hard? Sometimes. Is it difficult? I don't know if it's difficult, but it is a challenge. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be good times, difficult times, and it could be great times. It's going to be times where you're like, damn, this shit is dope. I'm happy I was here to share this experience with this person. Those are the times those are the great times. The times that you can cherish. You take pictures, videos, and you can share those times with your friends, your family, and your kids, and all that good stuff. And when you get older and she gets older, and maybe y'all pass on, and your kids will be like, hey, this is my mom and dad. This is when they met in Georgetown or in DC or and they met in Miami and they got married and we moved here to LA, and now your kids is looking at those pictures as well. Those are great memories, man. You know what I'm saying? You should cherish those memories. And see, you have people in South America and out in the eastern side of the world, they still have those same friends and family values to this day. They don't have this modern world of thinking and doing shit. In North America, this shit is corrupt up here. You know? So just keep that in mind, man. When you're out and about, you should travel. You should meet people. Form relationships with people. When you go to these other countries, when you travel, wherever you go, even if it's a weekend thing, try to meet people, connect with people. Don't be like a lot of these guys. They just go to this place and run through the goddamn women. God damn. You know? It's just like they ain't trying to come back. If they do come back, they're going to do the same thing over again. But I always took it upon myself. I'm like, yo, meeting people and having a good time is one thing. But I like to make friends. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always looked at it. I always kind of look at the big picture, big scheme of things. Because 9 times out of 10, if I'm going to this place once, I'm probably going to come back again. You know, I'm probably going to come back again. Especially if I like it there. If I don't like it there, okay, that's another thing. You know? But you got to keep in mind, life and your experiences is predicated upon the people you meet and the people you hang around. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take much for me to have a good time. All I need is a beer and some food and some people. That's all I need. I don't gotta have the fucking yacht or the what else? You know what I'm saying? I don't even gotta have a car. I don't even gotta have a rental car when I'm out and about. You know, I'm a simple guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a simple guy. I don't gotta have the lavish experience. You know, I've done it, but I don't have to have it. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I am, you know. I don't have to I don't gotta go to high-end restaurants every time. I've been to many of them, you know, but I don't have to go every time. You know, I don't have to go to the strip club every time I go out of town. I've been to many of them, but I don't have to go. You know, I don't have to buy a big bottle. I don't have to buy a bottle of whatever they drink today. I'm not much of a drinker today, but I don't have to buy a big bottle. I bought plenty of big bottles, but I don't really drink like that no more. If I was to buy a bottle, it probably would be for whoever I'm around at the time. You know, that's that's how I get down now. I don't really drink a lot now. You know. So yeah, so just keep that in mind once you're traveling, once you're out and about, meeting people, you know, wherever you go, that's who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't deal with your issues that you probably have over here, when you go to that new place and meet different women, it's going to show its ugly head, like they say. You know, those problems are going to come up eventually, you know? So that's my whole point, you know? So, Mississippi in the house. What up? Let's see. Problems have a way to find you no matter where you go. It's called going full circle. The issues must be dealt with in or for you to move forward. It's almost like destiny wants you to finish a job. Yeah, that's a good point. What up? What up, Michael? I want them hugs and kisses. I hear that. Appreciation. I had dreads down to my shoulders in high school, and now I'm bald, so now hard to believe. Perm. Yeah, I had a perm. I have big curls in my hair. Women don't like it, and I can't braid. Cornrow, dreadlock in my hair. Yeah, I had a perm. He's smashing everything. Yeah. That's funny. I match her face to her father. The closer she looks to him, the harder for her to get me. Oh, okay. I have to have a yacht. Oh, okay. That's a channel I should do. Sip and talk. Yeah, you can do that, man. You know, sip and talk. Sip and talk, man. You know, if a woman's father isn't in her life, forget it. Lesson learned. Yeah, like I said, man, if her she's gonna have daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? That's just that's just how it is, man. I mean, she has if a woman her dad is not around, that's usually her first relationship was with a man is her dad. So if she missed out on that, 9 times out of 10, the first relationship she had was with the wrong guy. It was probably some guy in high school. Or maybe her uncle. He probably was an asshole. You know? Or maybe she had an older brother. I mean, that's not how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a guest. Yeah, you know. Yeah, man, you know, it's like it's kind of a rites of passage. You know, it's like it's supposed to be steps towards you growing, you being raised up by your parents. And if that doesn't happen traditionally, that's where a lot of problems come in at. You know, and it's not your fault if you if you get if you got neglected as a child. That's not your fault. You're just a child. You know, you're just a child being raised. You don't know no better. You don't know. You're not even responsible for your own actions growing up. So you don't know what you don't know until you get older. And then you find out that you got issues. You've been taught the wrong way. And now you're going to have to make a decision. Are you going to learn the right way? Or do you even want to learn the right way? Or do you care enough to learn the right way? Or maybe the way that you are now, maybe that works for you. So why do I have to change something if it works for me? Even though it might be dysfunctional, but it still works. Because I'm getting what I want, but it still works. So I have no incentive to change. This is what happens with a lot of people. You know? Happens all the time, man. You know? Maybe I didn't have a good example growing up as a kid. You have some parents, well, no, some kids, they don't look up to their parents. They don't think their parents is the shit. You have kids that they don't really respect their parents. And the parents, they know it. They know their kids don't respect them. They know their kids don't want to be like them. They look up to a basketball player on TV that they don't even know versus the parents. Think about that. There's a lot of kids that they know their parents is full of shit. They don't want to be like them. They don't respect them at all. They just waiting until they turn 18 until they finish high school so they can get the fuck on away from their parents. There's a lot of kids that are like this. They're not gonna say it. Of course, they're not gonna say that. But it's the truth. You know? I've had some kids tell me this. That they, if it was up to them, they'd have left a long time ago. But they can't do that because they got to, they 13, 14, 15, 16. They got to finish school and make a decision what they're going to do after high school. You know? Doesn't sound good, but hey, man, that happens a lot. We don't get to pick our parents. That's the thing. But, that's how it is. But hey, anything you want to ask, man, anything you want to talk about, come on board. Let's talk about it. Let's talk that talk. Like some people like to say. Otherwise, I'm gonna get up off here. So I didn't plan on being on here that long anyway. I just wanted to come on here for like, an hour or whatever. And that's gonna be it. But I've been on here a little over an hour now. So, And P.S. by the way, if you ever bought any of my books, Love Can't Wait and Boss Life Secrets on Amazon.com, and leave me a review on Amazon. If you ever bought any copies of my books, you know what I'm saying? I want to get my reviews up on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You dig. And don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast as well. You think Mike went out. Yeah. Guess he'll come back on, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? His phone ain't acting right. Yeah. What the hell? You.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Huh?
on. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right. What's on your
Yeah,
mind?
I don't know why I'm getting an echo over here. Anyway, yeah, no, I know what you mean. It just there's things that you don't learn from and then your parents aren't always perfect and everything. There's little things that they do wrong, and I've always had both of my parents, up until they died. I realized that there's a whole lot of difference between having a woman that has her parents in her life, both of them, and one that's only got one. You know, it's a completely different.
Oh yeah.
I just can't do it anymore. Never again.
Oh, you got with a woman that had one parent growing up?
Many of them.
Oh Lord.
Being nice. That's me trying to
No,
be nice.
no. Now the only way that would work is if you didn't grow up with both parents. That's a good match right there.
Think so?
Because you don't know what you don't know.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I always say people need to match up with who they match up with. So in other words, if you grew up with both parents, you need a man or a woman with both grew up with both parents. If you
Right,
grew up
right.
with, if your dad died when you were young, you need a woman where one of her parents died when she was young. Yeah, I'm saying it could because both of y'all could relate. Because
Right,
your dad died early. Yeah, my dad died early too. Yeah, so I feel you. It's that type of vibe. You know,
right.
yeah. But see, being that I've had both parents growing up, I can't relate to somebody that when he says, "Hey, my mom died and my dad was a single parent," I can't relate. I don't know
Right,
how that feels. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I can't relate to that.
I
I
can
don't know.
relate to my parents losing, one of them dying, when they're in their old age, or dying slowly or dying suddenly.
Yeah,
And I can relate that one parent is lost, and, you know, um, that's why, I gave you my condolences, because I know how it is,
yeah,
having both
same
of
here.
them there for a long time.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here. You know, so I think people should, you know, it's
But
easy. I think it's easy.
women with, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Women with single mothers don't know how to let men slide. It's like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. That's not how it works. They want you to be perfect, but they not perfect.
Or they damaged.
No, their mother's damaged. They passing it
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Here's
they're damaged.
she was like, I got baggage here. Let me pass that on to you,
Exactly.
baby.
This is why
uh,
you have to. This is why you have to understand that. Look, she ain't for you.
mm-mm-mm.
She ain't for you.
Nope.
You can say, well, she belonged to the streets, maybe, but she ain't for you.
Right, right. Wait. One moment. That woman that's in your video right there with the red dress, you could almost see all the way down her dress. Almost see her hairs down there. Man, she fine as I don't know what though.
Hell yeah. Hey man, I saw a woman in what the hell I was at? Today I was in uh where the hell I was at, man? The Nordstrom, the store, clothing store.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw a woman in there today that looked similar to her.
Hmm.
Well, first, I'm just looking for like shirts, right?
Yep.
And she was pushing a buggy and she turned around and I was like, God damn. She looked like she
Front
was
and
from
back.
she looked like she was from maybe
I mean
maybe
Venezuela.
no, not Venezuela. I think I would say the DR.
Ah,
I'd say the
ah.
DR. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got frightening bodies over there.
Yeah, God damn.
That's that's a dangerous country to be in. Being a single man, you could get in a lot of trouble, and you want to be there, but you don't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Yeah, exactly,
uh,
man. So a lot of times, and then I went to the mall yesterday, and
mhm,
I was walking past this jewelry store,
mhm.
and I saw a woman that looked a lot like these women in the video right here. This motherfucker man had the Coca-Cola body. He had on
you know,
you
you
know
know
them.
she ain't from up here.
No, she from I'll say Colombia. That's,
Yeah,
yeah. She's working at a jewelry store. She had on that tight, shiny spandex pants. That you
yeah,
know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And with the black tight spandex pants that some of these women wear. You don't see it a lot, but
She come.
She had on that pant on that. I was like, God, yeah.
Don't
You know,
come home with that on.
you don't see that
Don't
all the time.
don't come home with that on. I'm gonna rip something. Hell no. See, see. You know what? This is why certain women don't like me. I don't talk shit like I talk shit right now. I talk all nice because usually it's in public where I can't say shit, I can't do shit. I don't know you. I don't know if I can say this type of shit to you. But the moment, somebody really spends some time with me, all of a sudden I'm talking shit. But it's usually the ones that aren't interested in me talking shit. uh, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that anymore. Mm-mm-mm. But what else was it? Yeah, you're right. If you don't, it'll be easier to be able to talk to women if you already have your game here, unless you know their language over there.
Yeah.
I, I kind of pick up languages very easy, but in pieces here, and then I start to pick up on it, and they understand. I get the flow just from listening to them.
Yeah.
But I'm just like I was listening to something today in Japanese, and I knew exactly where it was, where it was in the story, and I was like, oh, it's right here. This is what you're listening to. This is what you're listening to. I didn't exactly know what they were saying, but I knew what they were saying, and I knew where it was in the video, and I was not even watching it. But, I said to my brother, that's what you're watching? This is where you're at? Yeah. All right. I know that. Okay. So yeah, that's how I do things. But let me ask you this: how did you like Japan, and what was the best thing, and what was the worst thing?
Yeah, Japan was cool, man. I think the best thing is just meeting new people and having that camaraderie. And
Mm.
let's see, the worst thing is it was tough in the beginning. It took me about 2 years, over 2 years to get that camaraderie and have friendships and understand the culture. And by the time I was in stride, it was time for me to leave. That's the only thing I didn't like. Now,
But you got married to a Japanese woman, didn't you?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I didn't like. But it's a very hard place to live
Mm.
if you don't know the right people.
Because you'll be isolated.
Yeah, you're gonna be isolated a lot. And it's not a type
Yeah.
of place where it's hard to meet people there if you don't know people there before you get there. Because it's not
Mm.
like it's a hangout spot to go and and you hear about it on the radio or on the TV. No, they don't promote like that.
Mm.
They
Yeah.
don't like you. It's not like you get in your car, turn on the radio. It's gonna be a party at such and such club. No, it's not like that.
No.
No, no. Or you be walking down the street and you trying to get at this woman. No, no, no. They don't get down like that. No.
Well, somebody told me of a tech. Well, not told me, but put on the video. Just ask them for directions, and then
That was
add
me.
something in there.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, all right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that would work out. Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
does. That does work. It works. But
yeah.
it's like it's hard to meet people on the sidewalk.
Right,
Like
right.
or at the bus station or the train station or like and they still have places over there where no foreigners allowed. There's still places like that over there.
Yeah,
So it's not
yeah.
like they don't. There's only certain spots that foreigners are allowed to go.
Well, I mean, I understand because people in the past messed up, and they messing up stuff for the rest of us.
Yeah, that's what I was told too. You know.
I mean, but then again, if you come with somebody like you married to them, I bet you get in anyway,
Well,
or
yeah,
their
yeah,
their their
yeah,
parent. So,
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, I'm like,
That's how
okay,
you get. That's how you get around a lot of the BS, the
yeah,
red tape over
yeah.
there. Yeah,
I don't mind that. It's weird shit here.
yeah.
I got
Well, there's give and take everywhere you go. You
right,
know,
right,
but over there it pays to know the right people.
right, right,
If you get to know the right people, well, you good.
right.
You good because whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do, they know they can call somebody if they don't know. That's how that is.
Okay, let me ask you this question: what are the pros and cons of marrying a rich girl, a rich woman?
I don't know. I never got married to a rich girl.
I mean, dating. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think she has. I would say she
Other than
had
money,
more. She had more. Well, yeah, I say she had more access
yeah,
versus,
yeah,
working class girl
right.
or a professional girl or whatever. She had more access. She she knows people that the average person doesn't know or couldn't get close to. That's one thing I would
Maybe
say. Huh?
maybe not even know they exist.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and this and another thing I would say is at least this one girl, she her dad was a like a real estate guy, and her dad knew a lot of he had a lot of government contacts. So he
Right.
like he did a lot of deals with the government or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
he he like like let's say for example she got a passport, right?
Right.
I think in Japan, for example, she it usually takes, ooh boy, it might take in Japan, it might take 2 months for you get a passport, right? She got that shit same day. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
money ain't had nothing to do with it. Money
Just
ain't had nothing
power.
to do with it. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I said it pays to know the right people over there. You can
Mm.
you can cut a lot of corners, and people do favors for people and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
but there's another side about that. Of there's the pros and cons now. The
Mm-hmm.
con is she has too many options.
Yeah. Yeah.
She had too many options. She could basically go anywhere she want, whenever she want, take off whenever she want, because she was working with her dad company. Um, she had a bunch of guys calling her all the time. I said, "Damn, your shit ran off the hook."
Mm.
I mean, she was a nice girl, everything. She's nice, very respectful, nice girl, or whatever. And another thing, when I was with her,
Mm-hmm.
I was with her. She had I had her undivided attention.
Right.
Now, when I left, that was
Mm.
something else. You don't know. It might be a while before I hear from her again. It might be a minute. You know what I'm saying? But
Wait. Wait.
if
Wait.
she
Wait. Wait.
if she
Wait.
calls,
Mm-hmm.
I know either she wants to see me or she wants to see how I'm doing, or if I needed a favor, I could always call her, and she would try to do whatever I needed. You know what I'm saying? So it's a give and take. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But is this a friend relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend relationship, or like I'm serious about you relationship she had?
Uh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a
Or,
boyfriend thing. It wasn't like that.
oh, so it was less than that.
Yeah, yeah. It was more of a
Hit it and
hey.
quit it.
Well, I'm not gonna say it was that either. I'm gonna say
Ah.
I can't really put a title on it. It was one of those things where, you know, I give you an example. People
Mm-hmm.
where you haven't seen in a long time,
Right.
maybe a
Right.
couple months go by, a couple years go by, and you
Mm-hmm.
call them or you see them, and it's kind of like y'all pick off where y'all left off at,
Right.
like that. It was like that. It was kind of like, you know, um, I knew she cared about me, but
Right.
to what extent, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really. To me, it didn't matter to what extent. You know what I'm saying? So just somebody caring about you, that's a lot in this damn time.
So you might
So
have missed an opportunity, man.
no, she wasn't looking the
Nah. Nah.
she wasn't
Right.
looking to have a family and that. No, she wasn't looking for none of
Right.
that. No,
That's
like
the
I
other
said, she
thing they
had too
might have.
many options.
Right. Right.
She's the
And
type
getting
that
you.
she's always shaking. She's always traveling all the time. Every 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
she's going somewhere.
Right.
So
And plus,
she ain't really she's always shaking and moving. she got a bunch of friends from all over the world. You
So she got a
know,
lot to lose.
yeah. So if if she's traveling all the time, she
Mm-hmm.
know people worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
And she like, yo, I don't know. She told me one time, like, she don't know if she's ever gonna have kids and have a family. She don't.
Mm.
She said she think about it, but she don't know if when it's gonna happen or if it's gonna happen. So
Right.
I say I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So basically, she was westernized.
yeah, basically,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's usually how that shit is, man. And
Yeah.
then you have the other. I met another rich woman here in California.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was the bougie type, kind of
Right.
the uh,
Stuck up.
no, she wasn't stuck up. She was her dad was though.
Ah.
Her dad was. He was a bougie type. I think he was a Sigma.
Ah.
I think he was Sigma. He was a frat brother. That one of them
Okay.
types. You know,
Okay.
it's kind of like he didn't like me. He didn't like me
Wow.
being with her. He didn't like me being with her. So every chance he get, every chance he got, every chance
He's
he could
digging.
get, he got a chance to try to form a little wedge in between us.
Right.
That's why the shit didn't work out.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what happened with that shit. So I met her while I was in the Navy, and I was on my way out actually, and I had
He had a problem with you then?
yeah.
That's a bad time to have a problem with somebody.
Yeah. I met him when I was on my way out. I had I think like 8 months left. And
Because you went to school right after that, right?
when I got out,
Yeah.
no, no, I didn't go to school till
Uh,
like 2 years later.
yeah, but you're potential at that point. You could be
Yeah.
going to school. He could have molded you for all that. I don't know what he was thinking.
Well, he's thinking that he wanted his daughter to be with a dude that went to college. Well, he wanted his daughter to be
Once
with a
again, if I look after you and I give you my father figure thing and you're going to school, I'm basically putting my imprint on you. Why would you waste time with somebody else? This is your chance for a self-made person who got an initiative, that went into military and is getting out, for him to go to school, take care of himself. I just don't understand that. That doesn't sound logical. Why would you waste your time on another guy you don't even know? And you can't shape
college.
him in any way.
Yeah, he didn't see it that way. Yeah. He was one of them, he's one of them boule types. So now the mom was cool.
Right.
Mom was cool. But the dad, I'm talking like he didn't like me the first day we met. And I picked up on it, you know. But, what the hell? I was cordial. He didn't say nothing disrespectful, and I didn't say nothing disrespectful. But I picked up on it,
How long do you think that? How long did that last?
After I left the house, 6 months later, that was it. Because she couldn't get past the fact that the dad didn't like me. She couldn't get past that. And I
Right.
understood that. I kind of knew when I left, when I got on the plane and was flying back to South Carolina at the time, I kind of wrote it off. I'm like, yo, this ain't gonna work. So I'm like, I I kind of was in denial, but I knew that this shit ain't gonna go nowhere long term. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I know it ain't gonna be nothing long term. You know, I knew it.
So, so she called you right now after watching this and started talking about, I want to see you. Would you?
Well, no, she's already married.
Oh, shit. That ruins
Yeah,
that.
she's already married. She's already married. Yeah, she's already married. I haven't talked to her since then, and that was that's over 20 years ago.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so then a businesswoman, a high earning businesswoman, what's the negative of dating someone like that?
A lot of times those women tend to be masculine because they
So anywhere, let's go back over. Let's say Japan. Hi,
okay in Japan. Okay, it's a little
hmm
different in Japan. A lot of them
Okay.
tend to be they tend to be lonely. Lonely,
Serious?
yeah, because they put the job first. And a
Mm,
lot of them been working the same job for 10, 20 years. And they don't quit. You know how they change jobs over here? They don't quit them jobs.
right, right.
So they dedicate themselves to their jobs, and a lot of times they end up lonely. And they're not necessarily bad women,
No.
but they just don't never took the time to focus on they didn't get chose by the Japanese guys. So
Yeah.
and see a lot of Japanese guys, um, they'll they'll work with them, but they ain't really choosing them women like that in the office. They'll hang
Right.
out
They're
with
not
you.
gonna take them serious. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I met quite a few of them. They had a corporate job. They've been working 10, 20, one lady, 30 years. She's been working a job for 30 years. And she's about to retire after I left. You know? So,
Hmm.
a lot of times, you know, a lot of them are lonely. And they haven't had sex in like years. Yeah.
Wow, don't tell anybody else that. They'll be going to
Yeah, I
Japan in
know,
a
right?
heartbeat.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh
They
man.
and I would say they're easy to get along with for the most part, and you know, they they understand that they're gonna 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be older than you. So you're in the 20s, she's late 30s or 40s. So she knows that okay, this guy is much younger than me. So she understands that okay, I can't really expect shit long term
Mm,
because he's military or he's here on a visa working with some company, and she understands that hey, it's gonna be what it's gonna be for now. She understands this in most cases, so it could turn out to be something long term, but it probably won't. She understands this because she's older, and she
mhm.
know she didn't get picked up when she was younger. She didn't get chose, so that's that could be a good thing depending on if you don't want anything long term or you don't want the hassles of her asking where we going, where is this going, that type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then how do they treat foreigners that are serious?
Well, usually you as the guy have to lead that relationship over
Right.
time. Over time, once she gets to know you, you're gonna have to make it known that where you want it to go.
Mm,
And all she gonna say is yes or no.
yeah,
Basically,
that's true.
that's
That
usually
is
how it
true.
go. You know. And see, the one good thing about being in Japan, or I'm gonna say a lot of countries, is you don't really. It doesn't really take much time for you. for a woman to commit. It could be 6 months, 12 months. You don't really need 2 years, 5 years, 7 years. You don't really need all that time. After about, because some people in North America, some people will say, even me, I'd say, hey, if you live in North America, give it 2 years, right? 2 years,
Right.
5 years, whatever, right? That makes sense in North America, right? In
Right.
Japan, you don't need to follow those rules. You just a year, you good. 6 months, she'll commit. A year, you good. You don't really need like 2 years, 5 years. No, because these women, when she introduced you to her parents, that's when you know she's committed.
It's over.
Yeah.
Right. And they like her. They like you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I how do I put it? I just don't see. I don't see how somebody like that. I mean, I know why. I've heard the leftover women or the Christmas cake type of thing. That that's real funny. They say that, but I'm just like, how, how are they actually being like that? I mean, somebody should be going after them somehow. I mean, and they definitely can't be by themselves. They ain't been with a woman. I mean, with a man in a long time. Because I mean, you're gonna find some way. I mean, I don't believe that.
No, there's a lot of women like that, bro. They're not. They're not. It's not having sex. Nobody wants to have sex with them because they're older. So if those women don't date out, they're gonna be lonely. That's how it's been that way for, I don't know how long it's been that way. It's been that way for a long time. And it's not changing. It's still that way to this day. I still got some friends that's over there. They say it's still the same.
That's sad.
Now,
That's
a
sad.
lot of the young people, they kind of change up a little bit, but the
Right.
majority of them are still the same.
Right.
Majority of them are still the same. They kind of like, if you go to Japan right now, you walking down the streets of Tokyo, you're gonna see
Yep.
packs of women walking together and packs of
Right.
guys walking together. And if you go to like a bar and grill, like a
Mhm.
small bar and grill, you're gonna see a pack of women at the table and probably one or two guys. And a pack of guys at the table, and probably one woman, if that. So this is common. This is common in Tokyo, common in Yokohama, common in any of the big cities over there.
Why?
Because they just, when the woman get past a certain age, the guys just ain't rocking with them like that.
Wow.
They just ain't.
Mm-mm.
They've been raised that way. It's been that way since, I don't know how long it's been that way. It's been that way for hundreds of years. And Japan is the type of country where, but first it started to be more westernized now. But even
Right.
still then, Japan is the type of place where they haven't changed. Things been the same for hundreds of years,
Right.
thousands of years. They don't change very much unless they have to. And
Right.
it and if somebody will come along, usually a white man will come along and be like, "Hey, if you don't do this, this is gonna happen." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So basically, Japan today is a white European colony. Today, that's all it is.
Yeah. I can't go there. I just can't go there.
No, I wouldn't recommend that. Not today.
Nope.
No, I wouldn't recommend. A lot of guys are leaving, and they're going to Colombia. They're leaving Japan. They're going to Colombia.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't leave now to go to Colombia. They just changed their new president. And I think it's not
Well, how is
FARC,
he?
is it?
How is he?
He used to be a guerrilla.
Oh, for real?
Fight, yeah, and they got a peace accord or whatever, and now he's been voted into office.
No shit.
And he's a leftist. Yeah, he's next. Of course, they're next door to Venezuela, so you know what's about to happen.
What?
I don't know what's going to happen. They're gonna try
From
to
Venezuela?
nationalize the all the all the businesses, or is he going to be a capitalist type of country still? But is he going to be corrupt or not? Is he going to be friendly
Well, it's
to
corrupt over
foreigners?
there. It's always been
Yeah, I
corrupt.
mean, yes, I know. They corrupt here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, don't sleep on Venezuela. It's a
No.
lot.
Did
I met some cool women from Venezuela.
you see Ace Live going over there?
Yeah, I seen them a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was nice.
I used to work with women from Venezuela when I was in Atlanta.
Mm.
I don't speak Spanish, so I can't talk, man. One of them spoke English. She was older, man. She was 50 something. I'm like, I ain't interested in you. I'm interested in her. She's in late 20s. That's her. I want her, not the 50-year-old. But I can't speak Spanish. So I'm
Oh,
like,
she'll learn
oh
English real
man.
quick.
I
She'll learn
mean,
English real quick.
but the thing is, them older women were cock blocking.
Yes. They always do. Especially here. If they think they have a chance, they will put everything under the bus. They will throw everything. He's
Yeah,
this,
man. They
he's
used
that.
let me tell you what they used to do. They
Mhm.
well, first off, I don't know how they caught on, but they knew that I liked her. I don't know
Yeah.
how they figured it out. And I didn't show any, at least I tried not to show any signs on the job. But
Right.
that old woman, she picked up on that shit. And every time that girl would move,
Right.
to walk around or whatever, that old woman would be near. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker really? She's cock blocked.
Shadowing her.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, she for real, man.
Make sure you don't do anything.
I'm telling you, I didn't really get a chance to at least attempt to talk to her until the last week when I was leaving. And then like I said, she speak very little English. So I basically told her, I said, hey, this week is my last week or whatever, And she wasn't married either. So I think she was illegally staying here.
Oh,
Yeah, I
even
think she's
better.
here illegally. Yeah,
Even better.
Yeah. And she was like, and let me tell you how I knew they were illegal, because they didn't have most people that worked in UPS building. They usually give them an access card like the first day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They never gave them an access card, and they were there for 2 years.
Damn.
But that's how I knew something went right. They were either illegal or, something, And then
I guess they thought they were going to deal something. Ship
I don't
something.
know. But I realized that they'll, if, like a new employee before they'll have the new card before the new employee even come to the building.
Right.
Even a temp person, it don't matter.
But they
So
ain't
I'm
getting
like,
nothing.
they get nothing, bare minimum. And every day they got to turn that card in before they leave the building. And the next day, do the same thing over again. So that's how I know. I'm like, oh, they're illegal. That's what it is, And that was it, man. But this is like it's like the perfect girl. She, as far as how she looks, she's like she got the look that I like, the body that I like, and everything. And she used to wear jeans every day, jeans and the work shirt or whatever. Now,
Wait,
what
you
I would
let
like,
that slip up?
huh?
You let that slip away?
I can't speak Spanish.
Nah. I'll be figuring it out. I'm taking a few classes. I'm gonna figure
I
this
can't.
out.
I can't speak
I
Spanish.
I've I'd have got some Rosetta Stone.
Plus,
I'd have worked that. Hey, would you like to practice with me?
plus,
That-
I I work. I was working first and second shift. So
mhm,
if I work first shift, they would leave at what 3:55, right?
right. Mhm,
Sometime I would see them, sometime I wouldn't. Most of the time I wouldn't see her, right? And now if
right.
I work second shift, I almost never would see her
Right.
because if a lot of times I was downstairs when she was leaving. So and
Right.
then when she's leaving with the old ladies now. She ain't walking up by herself.
Them old ladies be cock blocking, huh?
I'm telling you, bro. At first, I was like, okay, maybe I should try to talk to the old lady. And I did that.
Nah.
I did that. That didn't work so well. 'Cause I figured out
Yeah.
that she ain't really feeling me like that either. Now, she's cordial, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she ain't really, she'll, she'll be nice to you. But if you
Hmm.
talk, but you know what I'm saying? She wasn't really feeling me like that. So and she speaks English well, you know, and that was it, brother. I would
I
like
won't
now. I
ask
would
you.
like to see her dress, the young
Hmm.
girl dress. See, I could imagine how she looked away from work and
Yeah.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, man, it was what it was down there in Atlanta, man. And that was it. I got up out of there, and that was it, brother.
Ah, that's
Yep.
missed opportunity.
It happens, man. That's not that's not the first time that happened. It's other times it happened, man. You know. I had a woman tell me one time actually what happened? I think I asked her. Actually, I don't know if I asked her or if she asked me. Um how come I forgot how it came out, but basically, and I don't remember who asked who. Basically it was like, how come we never got together, right?
Mm.
And she kind of looked at me, and she was
Waiting
from
for an
Brazil.
answer.
And she was Brazilian too. And
Hmm.
she was like, you never said anything. And I was like, you know what? That's right. She was Brazilian.
Right.
She was from Brazil and she was living in Japan at the time. Her and her sister were there. I think they were teaching English. If I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah. But basically, she's like, you never
They
said
were
anything.
teaching English.
Yeah, they were teaching English.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So it happened then, and then it happened another time too. You know, it's like you can't. Hey man, you can't have them all, man. It happens.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Right,
you
right.
can't
That
have them
guy
all.
can get them all.
You can't have them all, man. It
You
didn't.
shoot
Check
them
this
all
out.
down. God.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I didn't really make a. First off, the guy named I had a good friend named John. John was from Vegas, and John
Hmm.
actually got with her sister. They got married and had kids and everything. They still probably still married to this day. John was from
Hmm.
Vegas. I think they ended up moving back to Vegas, probably like 10 years ago, because that's where he's
Right.
from.
Right.
The reason why John kept telling me, you need to push up on her, man. But now the reason why I didn't really make a strong move because I know John was full of. He used to play around a lot. You know,
Right.
he would say, man, she like you, blah blah blah. I'm like, man, this bitch ain't feeling me at all, man. You full of shit. And he was like, I
Right.
kind of knew that. I kind of knew that. I just wanted you to say something to her anyway. And he'll start laughing. I said, come on,
Right.
man. Don't do me like that.
Right.
so he used to do this all the time. This wasn't like a one-time thing. He
So
does this all the time.
the
So
one that he was right about.
exactly. Yeah, he was right about that one. But so
Mm.
what happened is she ended up talking to one of his other friends since
Mm.
I didn't push up, right? And
Right.
they had a baby and they got married.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, by the time I saw them when I was getting out, probably
Right.
about I'm gonna say 3 months before I got out. I saw them for the last time. I gave them a hug or whatever, and that was it. But John had this attitude like I came in here by myself and I'm gonna leave by myself. That was John's attitude. So I said, I feel you, brother. I respect your honesty. You know,
But he didn't do that.
huh?
He didn't do that, did he?
I no, he didn't. But now he was talking about guys,
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah.
about just being in the Navy with the guys.
Mm.
But even though he got married, so I'm like, well, motherfucker, you got married. You mean you leaving by yourself? You
Right.
you full of shit. But that's how he was, though. That's how he was.
Yeah.
You know.
I just I I wouldn't pick Japan or Korea because it's expensive. It's just too expensive.
Yeah, it
Even
is.
though I hear the price of living is going down in Japan because something's happening with the yen. Something's happening. I forget what it is, but it's just going down. You
I
know.
mean, it was down in the 90s. It
Right.
went to dollar for yen. It was even at one point.
Right. Right. But now it's just slipping and slipping.
So it's going really back down to what it was in the 90s. That's all.
Yeah.
When I
It's
first
something
went
that
there,
was.
if you when I first went to Japan, if I had $100,
Hmm.
I would get 130,000 yens, which is $130 of their money at the time.
Yeah.
But when I
Yeah.
left, it was damn near
Parity.
even. Yeah,
Hmm.
you know. So they're just basically going back down to what it used to be now. Because the economy has been
Right.
bad over there for years now. That's why a lot of people are leaving.
What is that? Oh, 1,000 won, Korean won is, because 800 won was $1 or $1 something. Now, if you got a, yeah, it's about the same. It really hasn't changed. It's been consistent.
Yeah.
But I think that's just them making it consistent because they saw what happened with Japan. So
Yeah.
they're like, nah, we're not doing that. They kept their stuff straight because they should be going up. They got LG, Lucky Gold Star. They got Hyundai. They got um, Samsung, um, and these military factories, weapons factories that are
Yeah.
ramping up. And they also got most of the ships you see out on the water. That's them. The freighter ships. That's
Yeah.
them. They built them. So yeah, they're popping off. If they wanted to raise the value of their money, they could do it, but they're not doing it.
No.
It's artificially holding it right there.
Yep.
But I think if you work for them, you set for a company, I think you're almost set for life.
Over there.
But yeah,
Oh yeah. They don't. You know, like I said, they don't. They don't fire
they don't
people.
want
They really don't
they
fire
don't want to
people.
rock the boat. Yeah,
No, they don't. No.
you got to do something real horrible.
Or unless you just want to quit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But they ain't really trying to fire people like that. You know?
nah.
Nah, not at all. You know.
Plus, in a small space like that, you take sending so you be sending them to your local competition, and there's not enough room for that. In a country
Yeah.
like this, you could go clear across the country and get another job. They won't worry about you much.
Oh, up here you're expendable.
Yeah, and every single word way of the word.
Yeah, you they don't even people companies up HR up here and these especially a big company, they don't
Mhm.
they plan for people to leave all the time.
Telling you gonna be fired. We want to get rid of you now. You just hired
Yeah,
me. I'm doing my job. You said I'm doing it right. We still gonna figure a way to fire your ass.
that's why I prefer to be with a small company or a startup,
Right.
really, because it's there's no politics
Yep.
in a
And you've been
small.
with them
There's
from
no
the.
small, and
Mhm.
you have relationship, a real relationship with
Mhm.
people. You know, not that old
Well,
phony baloney shit.
well, that's also the other thing. The childishness in the offices. Like you were acting like you're back in fucking high school, and I'm like, are you serious? And nobody wants to go back in the office for that. They even told you to the face. They said that on TV. You don't want to go back to that. I did
Exactly.
not want to be there. Shoot, I'll see you on the other side. If you need a meeting, call me. I will. We can do that video. If you need me to go to do a fun thing in public or whatever, let's meet up for that. But I am not coming in that office.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I think what messes me up now is like Biden told the government workers that they didn't have to come in. And I talked to this lady that works for the VA, and the VA is telling them, oh, they have to come in 2 or 3 days a week. That's not what he said. So I'm not listening to that mess. I'm like, nah, nah. I'm working from home. I'm not. Do I have to give somebody an X-ray? No. If I'm doing surgery? No. Then leave me alone. I don't want to be there at all. I don't want to look at your face. And they
Exactly.
try to say, well, you're not being very productive. Here's what I told her. I said, is that right? Okay, tell me who's not being productive. Tell me what am I not being productive in doing? Tell us which person is doing that. What are our numbers? What did you expect us to be at? If they can't come up with that or tell you and show you data of what was completed before, if they can't show you that, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. That's a waste of time. And this stuff still hasn't really passed, on by. There's still some remnants of it left. People are still getting sick, and then this monkeypox thing passing around. Just
Yeah.
keep your asses home, because
Yeah.
because half these people, the problem is that they own the gas stations, they own the little stores. They got road paving companies, or know a family member or family friend that's got that. Even the buildings they're in, you know, they gotta pay rent. There's people fixing the HVAC. There's all sorts of stuff. They do not want you to stay home. They want you to spend that money, that gas money, everything. I'm like, nah, you can keep that. You can keep that. I'm not doing it. I'm not helping you, your friends fund your business or their business. Nope. I don't need that.
Yeah, man. You know, and a lot of companies have figured out, yeah, hey, man, we can, y'all can really stay home.
Yeah.
And we can,
Yeah.
we can save money when you stay home. Not really.
Yeah.
We
The
don't
the
really.
bond on the bond on the building, the bond for your company, the bond on, which is basically kind of an insurance thing. So then there's the bond on your workers being in that location, you know, and still there's other things. Plus you paying people gas, electric, water, maintenance, janitorial services. I mean, it's just too much. It's way too much. And people slip and fall on your property every now and again. So you got to see that shit. So you got to keep a lawyer for that on the payroll. They really don't think. I'm out. I would not do that. If I had my own business and I had my own building, I'd be like, I'll figure a way to do something else with this building. But y'all need to not come back. Just go. I'll be saving too much money.
Exactly.
That's it. Turn it into a mall. The old company I worked with, they had a mile long corridor. But you know what? Turn this whole thing into a mall. You know, that'll work out for you. And everybody can work from home. Um,
Yep.
so
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
you were telling me you didn't want to run that business of your wife's family, right?
No, they had no. They had no plan. It was just
Oh,
a bunch of hearsay, basically.
oh, so they didn't have the business.
They still got it, but it's no. It's a bunch of he say, she say, and we might do this, we might do that. So I'm supposed to
Right.
just. I'm
Jump
just
in.
supposed to forget about everything I'm doing over here and just pack up everything and move. I'm like,
Right.
man, and then the Olympics didn't end up going over there because of the Rona. You know what I'm saying?
Pandemic. Yeah. Yeah.
So what if I would have went over there?
You've been under.
Exactly.
What
I'm
kind of
like,
stuff did they want to do?
I don't know. I never got to the bottom of it. That was the problem. They got a trucking company, and I think
Oh,
and I'm not driving no damn truck. You know, it's like a
did they
dump
want
truck.
you to manage it? Did they want you to manage it or something?
I don't even know if they wanted me to do that. That's where I was trying to get to.
Hmm.
What do you? I was like, yo, I don't know what I could bring to the table when it comes to that. I'm like,
Did
I
they
don't
own
know.
the company?
Yeah, but
Oh, see. Here's how you would go about this. You would say, "How many trucks you own?" And they would tell you what number. That's how you know whether they want you to operate one truck or whether they want you to operate business, take care of the business. That that's how you figure that one out.
I don't
Then
know how many trucks
that'll
we got.
that'll answer you that'll answer your question real quick, real quick.
I don't know that, but I know they were banking that the Olympics would be there because I think they was going to do a lot of construction, um,
Mm.
but that didn't happen. You know,
I thought they still did the
so
construction part.
I think they did some, but the Olympics didn't go down. So I'm
Right,
like,
right.
shit. I'm happy I didn't go move over there. Like, what the hell? Shit, fuck that, man. You know.
Well, I
And then
mean, once they open up,
when they're gonna be in
there's
LA next.
they are.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's
No, no,
right.
no, no. I mean, um, um, when it opens up, you know, there's gonna be something they want to do. So they're gonna make it happen,
Oh,
and
I
everybody
don't
will
know.
want to go. So,
I don't know,
mm,
but I was like, I didn't hear no plan. It was just might do this, might do that. I need y'all can do this. I'm like, what I'm supposed to do? Just put all my shit in storage and move over there. And what the hell I'm gonna do when I get there? Well, then what we gonna
mm.
stay with your parents? Oh hell no! I'm not staying with your parents. Shit. No, no, I'm not staying with nobody's parents at this point. You know, no. Uh-uh.
Yeah, especially with the walls so thin.
No, uh-uh.
Mm.
All right, no, that's not.
That's the worst thing for me.
I don't.
That's the number one reason why I couldn't live there. The walls are
You
too thin. I don't know how.
and then,
I don't know how that's a thing.
and then, it's not like if I go over there, I'm still have the same routine as far as doing my podcast and everything. I'm not going to change that. That's going to keep moving
Yeah,
forward regardless, right? So
right, right.
I know it's going. I've been to their house. I stayed at their house, a
Mm,
couple times. There's no, I don't got
right.
no room for none of that shit over there. I'm like, where I'm gonna put my shit at? And knowing her mom, she's a traditional Japanese woman. She doesn't understand what the hell I'm doing. Even if I was explaining,
Right, right.
like all would probably hear you just on the microphone talking shit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And I understand why she don't understand. I get it. But
right,
I don't want
right.
to, I don't have the patience to go through none of that shit. I
Right.
just want
And
to,
you couldn't
I'm
get
at
your
a
own
point,
place or anything like that.
I'm at a point in my life, I just want my own space. I don't want, I want to be left alone. I don't want I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want no
Right.
problem. You know what I'm saying?
And you want to be in
That's
charge
where
of
I'm
your
at.
own household.
Yeah. You know, so that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I, I understand that. That is
Yeah.
very fair.
I
We'll
understand that.
visit.
Yeah, I'll visit. Ain't nothing wrong with visiting because I know
Nah.
I'm coming back home. Shit. Man. So it is what it is, man.
Besides, anybody I'm with, they got to be willing to travel. Did you hear me?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I heard you. Yeah,
Yeah. They got to be willing to travel.
I hear you, man.
So, nah.
I hear you,
But I
man.
mean, at least they can get a passport. I'll get that.
Yeah,
But they're only allowed to be here 90 days without
yeah,
a passport or anything. You just directly come here.
yeah. 90 days.
Uh, yeah. So, but as you said, it'll take a couple of months to get a passport. You're saying that one lady did?
Yeah, she got that shit in a day. It usually take 98, about 60. Well,
Yeah.
they said 60 to 90 days usually. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm about to get off here, brother.
There, but all right.
All right, hold it
All
down.
right. You have a good one.
Peace.
I will.
So there you have it. Like, share the video. Don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. And again, if you ever bought any of my books, leave me a review on Amazon.com and all that good stuff, man. Until next time, man. I'm out. Peace. Did you like that video? If you want more of that, it's right here. Boss Life Secrets on Amazon.com. And share this video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.